Imagine a man sitting thousands of miles away from India, living really comfortably in the United States and Canada, yet constantly trying to provoke hatred and division back home. That man is Gurpatwant Singh Pannun, a known Khalistani terrorist. Let me tell you, in a recent interview with a Pakistani propaganda channel called Azaad Siasat, Pannun made a series of outrageous and baseless claims. So shocking and dishonest that they reveal more about his desperation rather than any real support on the ground. Pannun boldly claimed that 2 crore Sikhs in Punjab would not allow the Indian army to fight Pakistan if war broke out. Can you believe that? He even went so far as saying that Sikh soldiers in the Indian army forces would side with Pakistan. Well, such statements are not just insulting to the bravery and patriotism of the Sikh soldiers, but also an outright lie. Sikhs have always stood proudly with India. From the Battle of 1947 to the wars of 1965 and 1971, Sikh regiments have been the proud of India's military history, laying down their lives for the nation with unmatched courage. In the interview, Pannun tried to cover up Pakistan's role in Islamic terrorism, even denying that Pakistan was behind the horrific Pahalgam terror attack. Let's not forget, on February 22nd, terrorists linked to Pakistan's Lashkar-e-Taiba brutally killed 26 innocent Hindu pilgrims in Kashmir. Victims were forced to prove their religion and were executed for not being Muslims. Well, the resistance force, also known as TRF, is a well-known proxy for Lashkar-e-Taiba. Yet, Pannun shamefully blamed Indian agencies for the massacre, trying to whitewash Pakistan's terror record. Isn't it disturbing that somebody would spread such propaganda just to please his foreign handlers? But Pannun didn't stop there. He demanded that Pakistan should officially support the Khalistan movement at the United Nations Security Council. He argued that it would be Pakistan's trump card against India. According to him, if Pakistan endorsed Khalistan, millions of Sikhs would rise and revolt against India. How disconnected from reality can somebody be, right? Today's Sikhs are already the most prosperous, educated and nationalist community in India. Punjab boasts high literacy rate, world-class universities, thriving agriculture and a booming startup culture, all achieved within the India's framework. Khalistan is not even a conversation among real Punjabis who are living in Punjab. It only exists in the fantasies of a few extremists abroad. Pannun also claimed to be running outreach program to influence Sikh soldiers to turn against India. In truth, the Indian armed forces are a shining example of unity, with soldiers from every religion and region proudly defending the tricolour. Sikh soldiers fought bravely in Kargil, in Uri, and continue to guard our borders with Pakistan and China today. They are among India's fiercest soldiers. You know, Pannun also tried to use history for stir emotions, bringing up the painful memory of Operation Blue Star and 1984 anti-Sikh riots. Yes, those were the dark chapters and India acknowledges them. But it was India's democracy, India's judiciary and India's civil society that ensured justice, that preserved the rights of Sikhs and that made sure that Punjab healed and moved forward. In fact, several Sikh leaders have risen to the highest position in India, from Chief Minister to presidents. Can the same be said for minorities in Pakistan? I think no. Well, speaking of Pakistan, then Pannun thanked their government for allowing Sikh pilgrimage to Kartarpur Sahib. That's all good. But isn't it ironic that he forgot to mention how poorly Pakistan treats its own minority, be they Sikhs or Christians? Forced conversation, kidnapping and violence are daily reality for minority in Pakistan, while Indian Sikhs live freely, practice their faith and thrive across the globe. Pannun also promoted his so-called Khalistan referendum, which has no legal or political legitimacy. It's nothing more than a publicity stunt among a very small group of radicals living outside India. He boasted about a referendum event in Washington, D.C., but it's worth nothing. No serious government or international organization has recognized its stance. In the meantime, within India, the overwhelming majority of Sikhs are busy building their future and not plotting for Khalistan. And yes, let's not forget, Gurpatwant Singh Pannun is a designated terrorist under India's Unlawful Activities Act. His group, Sikhs for Justice, is banned for promoting violence and terrorism. Do you remember recently he even tried to threaten Indian diplomats and encourage attack on Indian institutions abroad? Now this is the man who lectures about freedom while promoting violence. In the end, one must ask, who really benefits from Pannun's lie? Not Sikhs, not Punjabis, and certainly not India. His only mission seems to be serving the interest of those who want to destabilize India, specifically Pakistan's military establishment. But let's be clear here. India is too strong, too united, and too resilient to be shaken by the empty words of an irrelevant extremist. Sikhs are an integral, inseparable part of India's soul, and no amount of propaganda from foreign soil will ever change that.